Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and here's a bit of One in the Chamber on Erosion. It's a pretty cool map, pretty cool game type. It's something you don't get to play unless you're in a private match, so so I'm kind of lucky that way. But I wanted to talk about the 5 languages of love. So here's what happened. I was walking around my house, because I want to do this like house tour type thing. I think people have the idea that I live in this amazing home, and then I was going to show you around and let you judge for yourself. It's pretty average fare, to be honest with you. But in it, I saw that my bed was broken in the master bedroom. And while I wish that I could pretend that it happened during some sort of ferociously awesome, sexy time, what actually happened was I picked up Colin and just like body slammed him on my bed. And the bed that I had made, by the way, so I'm embarrassed that it broke. But the bed broke, right? Because Colin and I sort of picked him up and did this like flying worldwide wrestling entertainment like body slam, and he loved it and such. And then I thought, like, you know, that's kind of weird. Like, why are you body slamming your kids? You know, like, what is that all about? And I thought about it, and it was like, I do it because Colin loves it. And here's the idea behind it. I read this book called The 5 Languages of Love. And in it, it talks about the different ways that people like to give and receive love. And so I'm going to run down them quickly. One was words of affirmation, right? There are some people, some girls I know, that just love being told nice things, right? They just, it's the way that they receive love. They like to hear that they're great. There are other people who want quality time. There are some people who like receiving gifts. Like, that is their way of knowing that they've been loved. Some are acts of service. That's how my wife is wired. She just loves it when you do nice things for her. And then the last one is physical touch, which, by the way, is how I'm wired and how my son is too. So I was thinking, you know, Woody, like, you freaking weirdo pedo, why do you pick up Colin and slam him on the bed? You know, why are you and Colin, like, we fight a lot now, like play fight, and it's like punches and kicks and wrestling and stuff like that. And it's because, like, this is Colin's favorite way of giving and receiving attention. You know, it's obviously not going to be words of affirmation for him, but he likes the touch. He likes the wrestle. And I think that, you know, there are a lot of people built this way, right? Guys who, you know, who aren't like sexually into other guys, who like to, you know, wrestle and horseplay and do stuff like that. Like, you probably know guys who have a relationship that's physical in a, you know, totally non-sexual way, just because, like, that's how they sort of show that they love and care about each other. My daughter, I think her favorite thing is quality time. That's what she wants. You know, she would love to spend an activity time with you. She would love to do that sort of thing. That's how she's wired. And then there's how you're wired to give love, right? Like, so for me, physical touch and words of affirmation come easy. If you wanted that, I got it in spades. It's no problem. But acts of service, the one that my wife loves so much, is the one that I have the hardest time doling out. It's like, really? Acts of service? Like, why you gotta like that one? That's the hardest one. But that's, you know, that's how she's built. That's the one that lets her know that she's cared for. So, you know, that's how it is. And I have like a friend couple. You know, when you're married, you don't really make friends individually in the same way that you do when you're single. Sometimes you have, like, you know, couples that are friends. And he's wired to give acts of service. It's easy for him. He's just nonstop. He's always, like, in the yard planting trees, or in the shop making something out of wood, or, you know, cleaning, or just getting something done. And his wife, her name is Tracy, not that it matters, she's wired for words of affirmation. That's what she likes. That's how, you know, saying nice things to her means the world to her. That's just how we're sort of put together. And it's interesting that they're a couple, and a successful couple, by the way, just like I'm in a successful couple, even though, you know, what one person really wants is what the other guy finds something hard to give. And if you knew her husband, Harry, he's a nice guy, right? He's a great guy, but you can kind of see how words of affirmation wouldn't come easily for him. Like, he's not the sort to talk unless talking needs to be done. He's quiet. And, you know, when she says, like, you know, I want to feel loved, I can just see him, like, motioning without words, like pointing to all the things he's done. You know, look at this. I just dug you a gigantic hole. How can you not feel loved? Look at this. I just built you a new table for the kitchen. You know, how can you not feel loved? And she's like, you know, in her mind, mine is the easiest one. Words of affirmation, because she's also wired to dole those out. Like, all you got to do is say something nice. Tell me I look pretty. Why is that so difficult for you? Tell me that you love me. Why is that a challenge? Like, that should be, the easiest one of all. Like, if you look at gifts, quality time, access, or physical touch, access surface, all those things, require something. But just words, how is that not the easiest thing in the world? And, I've talked about like how to be in a good relationship. And most of the time I talk about it, it sort of boils down to like, support that other person, want that other person to be successful, want the best for that person that you're with, and expect that in return. And you've got a pretty good bond, right? You're same team. That's how it works out really well. But the other side of it, is like how to care for that person, how to show them love when the two of you are alone. And, this is how I do it. I look at what that other person loves. I look at what that other person needs to get from me, and I try to give it to them, even if it's not, easy for me. Easy for me would just be to touch them and talk to them, because that's what I'm good at. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And for those of you that haven't seen it yet, I am running in this dance competition, and you can vote once a day. There's an annotation on your screen right now. You can click it, and then find Woody's Gamertag. They move those thumbnails around, and then when it goes there, click on the right side of the little thumbs up, thumbs down thing, and that's thumbs up on the right. If you do that, it would mean the world to me. Team Gamertag, thank you for your help.